What is up, my teammates? It's your leader, Caleb Barcelos, and I am back doing another movie review. Yeah, so this is going to be a movie review on SpongeBob Sponge on the Run, the recent movie that came out on Netflix. And you guys know that I'm a SpongeBob fan. I have some SpongeBob games for my PS2 and Rehydrated for my Switch. So you can tell that I'm a SpongeBob fan. I saw both movies in theaters. I saw the original movie where they get Neptune's crown. Saw that in theaters as a kid. Then I saw, Sponge Out of Water, where Antonio Banderas was in. Now I see this one streaming at home, of course. Keanu Reeves is in this. I saw Snoop Dogg, Danny Trejo. Then, of course, you got your original cast: Tom Kenny, Roger Bumpass, Bill Fagerbakke. So this is not your 2D style SpongeBob like the animated show. This is a completely 3D CGI SpongeBob movie following, SpongeBob, Patrick. Then you see these flashback moments of them at Camp Coral, which, by the way, before I get to the plot of the movie, I just want to say I'm not a fan of this movie, and I'll tell you why. Because they're kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? They kind of retcon SpongeBob and Sandy's interaction. If you guys remember, SpongeBob and Sandy met when Sandy was fighting a giant clam. That was the first episode. That was like, I think episode C or B. I don't remember. But Sandy was fighting a giant clam. In this movie, they said that she and SpongeBob met at Camp Coral as kids, and I'm like, that's not true. This is Nickelodeon we're talking about here. So that part didn't make sense. And overall, the story is this. Gary, the snail, Gary is a main story point here. So I'll get to that in a moment. So we see that SpongeBob and Gary met at Camp Coral 2. He took Gary in, took care of him for years, and so I guess this is their idea of an antagonist. Plankton's in this movie too. So King Poseidon, I think, is his name. He wants some snails for skincare. I'm not kidding. If you guys saw the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So here's his motivation. I'm doing air quotes because this is the stupidest villain motivation I've ever seen in my life for movies. I understand it's Nickelodeon. I understand it's SpongeBob. I'm not surprised. But his motivation is that he wants a snail with slime for skincare because he has a wrinkle right where his eye is. I'm not kidding. I'm not even kidding. So Gary's like one of the only snails left with slime. Plankton finds out that King Poseidon is looking for a snail with slime, and he realized, oh, SpongeBob has a snail named Gary. He kidnaps Gary, brings him to King Poseidon, and now the whole adventure is SpongeBob and Patrick, and also this robot Otto, who's voiced by Aquafina. They go on this like road trip to King Poseidon's castle or whatever it is, because it's taking place like in this city that looks like Las Vegas. I mean, they were betting on chips and everything, flashing neon lights, so it kind of looks like Las Vegas. And so King Poseidon lives there. I guess he owns I don't know. It's so stupid. But yeah, he wants Gary for his slime for skincare. That's all. There's no other motivation. That's literally it. See the movie for yourself, and it's so stupid. Yeah. So I wouldn't say King Poseidon is really a villain. He is supposed to be considerably the antagonist, but I don't look at him as an antagonist because he wants slime for skincare. But overall, I think the animation is very upbeat. Like, it's very funny. I like the upbeat animation for SpongeBob today. Like, if you see SpongeBob today for their newer cartoons, the speed of like their animation is very upbeat, very fast for the characters, and even like their comic relief things. What I'm trying to say here is like, I guess an example is like there's an episode of like Squidward making art, and what was the episode called? Uh, but anyways, Mr. Krabs wants to get rid of him because he realizes that this art critic says, well, if the artist is not around, his artwork would be worth something. But in this episode, SpongeBob bought one of his paintings. Some random guy walked in. He saw the painting. His head blew up on fire, and like the animation speed for that, and like the fast. The point is, like, it happened so fast, and it was so funny. I just burst into laughter because it happened out of nowhere. If you saw the episode, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So the speed of the animation was really funny today. Even in this movie, they kept that same idea. Uh, but yeah, you see all the original cast members: Tom Kenny, Clancy Brown, Roger Bumpass, Patrick, Bill Fagerbakke. So I do like that they got the same people, of course. Like, you know, it'd be suckish if they replace them. But Snoop Dogg was in this movie. Yeah, Snoop Dogg was in this movie for no reason. No, he had no reason. He just rapped. Uh, Danny Trejo was in this as a cameo for a good 2 to 3 minutes. And so Keanu Reeves, which to me, this really doesn't make sense because Keanu Reeves is supposed to be this tumbleweed. Uh, so when you first encounter him, he's telling you this is a dream. None of this is real, and they're seeing his head in this ball of tumbleweed. His name is Sage, and he's made of sage. Yeah, they're self-aware with making that joke. So Keanu Reeves is just a vision to them in this dream, letting them know, you know, free these dead cowboy ghosts by killing Danny Trejo. Kill Danny Trejo basically and free their souls. They wake up and apparently Keanu Reeves is real to them now. So it's like, wait, so he's in their dream, letting them know it's a dream, but he's also real? I'm sorry, but that doesn't make sense to me. Because if he was just in their dream, letting them know it's a dream, and they wake up in the car still, he's just there? Like in real time? What is going on here? But I'm just saying, guys, I didn't necessarily hate this movie, but if I'm getting into a comparison of like the three movies, the first, the second, and this one, this is definitely my least favorite. This is definitely bottom of the barrel to me. I like Sponge Out of Water a little bit more. They kept the balance of like CGI and animation, the 2D style animation, and of course the first movie is just all 2D with, of course, David Hasselhoff made an appearance in the first one. So Sponge Out of Water is completely CGI. You see these flashback moments of them in Camp Coral. The Sandy one didn't make sense to me at all because, again, they kind of retconned the idea of SpongeBob and Sandy's first encounter. I don't know. Nickelodeon made this movie, so I don't know how they could have messed that up. I don't know. But my point is that I didn't love this movie. I didn't hate it. I just feel kind of neutral about it. So this is not going to get an Oh My Caleb, which is like an A+ to me. This is kind of like in the middle. So I'm just going to give this like a meh. I don't know. I've seen worse animated movies, but the villain motivation is completely stupid. You know, he wants Gary for skincare. Also, Plankton in this movie. Yeah, I mean, not to spoil anything, but I didn't necessarily like Plankton in this movie either. And you guys might understand why if you see the movie. Because you feel like he might have won, but then he kind of just throws it all away for no reason. Just watch it for yourself and tell me what you think. So this is like a D to me. I didn't love this movie. I wouldn't buy this movie on DVD or Blu-ray. It's just weird. The villain motivation, the story. The animation was okay. It's very colorful, very beautiful looking. I'll admit that I like the animation's style. But this movie is sort of an introduction to their spin-off show. I think it's called Camp Coral, where if you think of like uh Muppet Babies or Looney Tune Babies, basically, it's sort of like that, but with SpongeBob, Sandy, Patrick, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, and I think Plankton as well. I'm not sure. But it's like Muppet Babies, but at Camp Coral with SpongeBob characters. So that's their idea. So yeah, once again, guys, this movie is a D to me. I did not love it. I did not hate it, but it could have been way better. It could have been way worse. But let me know what you think of the movie. Let me know if you saw it, if you liked it or hated it. Give me your thoughts on it. What did you think? Did you agree with my opinions or did you disagree? And if so, what did you disagree? Um, but yeah, thanks guys for watching. I'll do some more movie reviews for you guys. I can do movies like The Gentleman, Parasite. Let me know what you guys want me to review, and I'll review them. And I'll see you next time. Peace out. Bye.